So it's rumored the DLC 5 is being revealed tomorrow. If you've missed recent events, then man, you have missed a lot. So with that said, and with the notion and idea that the reveal is literally at our fingertips, I figured we'd do a recap of everything you need to know about Black Ops 3 DLC 5, otherwise known as Zombies Chronicles. So let's start all the way back at the beginning. The date is September 1st, 2013. Origins was just released, the Easter egg was just completed, and the rest of the world is wondering what is the next step for zombies, with so many unanswered secrets and rumors of a Resurrection 2.0. Wait a second, this is the first rumor of DLC 5, that's a bit too far back. Back in October of 2015, we had our first glimpse at what could be something pointing towards further DLC. At the time, it would have made sense for a remake for a DLC in the lifespan of Black Ops 3, perhaps a remake of some sort or a potential combination of something similar to Resurrection and Black Ops to cap off the DLC year for Black Ops 3. What this was though was an alteration in the moon loading screen. During a pre-launch Zombies video, the altered screen was first seen, and this was something that was sort of new, but not necessarily, as we had seen an altered Doris loading screen back at the DICE Summit in July of 2015. We knew ultimately that was the loading screen used for the remake of the map known as the Giant, which was initially released as a collector's edition item, but then was launched to everybody after Black Ops 3 was out for some time. However, Moon offered no clarification as to where this would be seen, and we were left wondering for the entirety of the year, essentially. We had no clarification up front, and still technically to this day, though we know of DLC 5 and its existence essentially at this point, with no official confirmation and no official word at this point in time, we're still kind of in the dark as to it, and though it can be inferred, there's nothing that points specifically to this being the reasoning as to why it was changed. Now let's fast forward a little bit here, about a month and a half time now through this. Treyarch had an announcement around Christmas where they went on a live stream and they talked to and essentially thanked their fans. They firstly thanked the fans for everything and their continued support, and that it meant everything to them, the usual message that you see from developers and everything time and time again. But what was different was that for the first time ever, they guaranteed to us a new year of content. Treyarch's Dan Bunting and Jason Blundell talked about explicitly continued support for the game as long as people were playing it within this year of 2017. To which the best moment was when Blundell brought out a piece of paper mentioning what he could say was that he only couldn't say anything for now.
I'm afraid that I can't say anything right now. Thank you.
All right, with once again quotations on "for now," so hinting towards more things coming at a later point in time. But after that, we got Newton's cookbook for zombies, and we additionally got a lot of DLC weapons since, but nothing major to quench our DLC thirst. But still, it was rather intriguing. Fast forward a little bit more once again, we're well past the launch of Black Ops 3 and nearly to the launch of DLC 1, and our first extension of zombies as a result thereof. This is when another loading screen arises. At this point, we're getting the Zombies comic, which is amazing and still is amazing to the current issue, and at the very end of the issue though with this one, the final page of the comic was a revision of the loading screen for Ascension. It was changed around a little bit to where the pieces of the map reflected that of what we knew of the story after Revelations. We knew of the Keepers, the Gobblegums, the dragons from Garad Krovi, and we saw the Dryzen Drac rockets in place of the Ascension ones, and we saw Monty drawing the blueprints for the KN-44 Tesseract. Once again, very intriguing, but no answers here were offered. A few days later, there was another hint where Steam updated its back-end databases with a random update to Black Ops 3, with the content added being branded as SteamDB Unknown App 581450. This had no details other than the name and the substems that were for Steam or CD keys of the package. Now, this often was reserved for information that went on to become full-fledged DLC, and this was what was updated with every DLC pack previously. So it was really interesting to see that we had another one of these be updated like this for a pre-release essentially after everything was said and done supposedly for Black Ops 3 DLC. So once again, very interesting, but no answers. It was just kind of a dead end and something that kind of picked at the brain saying, you know what, maybe this is in fact something we should take a look at. Furthermore, we ended up just after that getting a third map change with a third comic for zombies. That one being the loading screen for Nocturne Untoten, which focused around the Mob of the Dead era and the aesthetic, and the change was in line with that of what seemed familiar and pointed to the continuing mysteries, and again, still offered zero clarity as to why these changes were happening. Later on, getting to more recently, just over a month ago, Business Insider did a report on Activision killing it with Overwatch in the year that they were going to have, in which they had reports from UBS, which is a financial service company that can give forecasts of everything coming for the coming year and even years further for various companies that they share with their investors and things to keep them happy and see what's coming and what they can expect to earn back. So UBS is a world-renowned firm, but what's interesting about this is there was a future pipeline report for what was coming out by Activision in the next year and then projected in 2018. But in 2017, they had a report with Black Ops 3 DLC listed as a full DLC pack in 2017. Our DLC season ended in 2016 with DLC 4 and Revelations, or so we thought. A lot of people shook this off as speculation because the dates didn't really add up, and so a lot of people kind of just shooed this to the side. But one thing that we need to remember is that these forecasters don't care at all about the dates like you and I would. They're more so concerned with getting the information right, what is coming. The dates don't have to line up at all. They could be saying they come out January 1st, but they could come out in December 31st. So it's something they don't care about the dates at all, but they know for a fact these things are coming here. Otherwise, they wouldn't be working at UBS, once again, a world-renowned firm. So it was interesting that not many believed, but at the same time, many did as well. Later on in the month, and as recently as under 2 weeks ago, we got a ton more evidence that is honestly possibly definitive at this point, and it all starts to snowball from here. The first thing up on the docket is the fact that voice actors kind of spilled the beans here on DLC 5 or Zombies Chronicles for Black Ops 3. The first of which being from the Brazilian voice actor of Richtofen, who posted a picture on his Instagram of him in the studio that has since been edited and also removed, but it initially talked about how he was working on new Richtofen quotes. Key thing being new. Something that we don't necessarily see or think about too much whenever, once again, we're supposedly almost a year out of DLC content from Black Ops 3. Later seen then was Dempsey and Takiao's voice actors, both again in the Spanish and the Brazilian communities, working together in the same studio for the same reasons and in a picture together. That picture also was additionally removed. Later on, there were listings for Zombies Chronicles on some Spanish retailing websites, to which a Spanish YouTuber actually went and pre-ordered one, and that blew everybody up. Now, more listings came out, those were since silenced until a few days ago. Then we saw something that was more of a bombshell. The ESRB, the official rating board for all video games, not just Call of Duty, not just FPS, nothing of that, but the entire video game industry as a whole, the ESRB put up a rating for Zombies Chronicles. That post was, as of a couple of hours, taken down once again. For whatever reasons, we don't know, but it starts to get really fishy and suspicious at this point. And then, once again, the snowballing continues. Just when you think it can't get any wilder, JC Backfire, a Zombies YouTuber, tweeted that we wouldn't want to miss something coming on his channel this Thursday, as in tomorrow, and to which the Zombies community blew up, started congratulating him and everything, and even Treyarch confirmed that Blundell would have an announcement and an appearance on his channel. So whether this is one super massive elaborate troll or we get the announcement of DLC 5, tomorrow's gonna be big. Now, once again, topping this all off, getting even more stuff in here, even though that might not seem like it's possible, a recent data mine of the build of Black Ops 3 also has DLC 5, or more specifically, Zombies Chronicles, referenced in the build of the game, with the maps. Once again, spoilers here with this one, so if you guys do not want to hear the maps until it's fully announced, maybe tomorrow or at a later point in time, feel free to mute for the next couple of seconds, but the listing is Moon, Origins, Nocturne, Kino, Shangri-La, Shinonuma, Verrucht, and Ascension, which, fun fact, describes the Moon, Ascension, and Nocturne loading screens that we saw in the comic books. Now, there was no mention of Mob of the Dead, however, which was really interesting, but the final straw that tops all of this off, and actually, as of today, completes everything that we know of DLC 5, YouTubers were sent things by Treyarch themselves, sketches of things from older maps, but they were brand new sketches, and one of the things that I found completely interesting was that one of them was actually Icarus, the plane from Mob of the Dead, which got everyone wondering, if it's not listed in the build, what is the relevance of this? What is Icarus being sent around now for? But All this culminating in what is supposedly going to be tomorrow's reveal of DLC 5 and Zombies Chronicles. But all that said and out of the way, that is everything that we know of DLC 5 and Zombies Chronicles. Once again, tomorrow is looking to be a big day for the Zombies community, and I'm super hyped. Somebody that has been around since the very beginning of Zombies, though I might not necessarily post only Zombies, Zombies has a special place in my heart, and I'm so excited to be able to get my hands on some of this stuff, and it's officially confirmed potentially tomorrow. Oh, I'm just so hyped. So that's gonna wrap it up. Wanted to give you guys the lowdown, give you guys everything you need to know to stay in the loop here so that tomorrow, if this is in fact revealed, you guys know everything leading up to it. So this has been everything you need to know about Zombies DLC 5 or Zombies Chronicles, whichever you prefer here with this one. But that's gonna wrap it up. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you guys did, make sure you drop a like, rating down below. And of course, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe to stay up to date with everything we have here regarding DLC 5, Call of Duty 2017, or World War II, and basically anything you need to know here regarding Call of Duty. Leave me your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. Are you guys super hyped for this, or do you guys not necessarily care all that much? Let me know your thoughts down there, but thank you dudes so much for watching. Finally, if you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, that's the best place to get connected with me here outside of YouTube. I practically live on Twitter, so if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, link is down there in the description below. But I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. My name's Nikolai Espresso. I'm hyped for DLC 5 and Zombies Chronicles. Take care, and peace.